So let me play the scene one time to see the progress so far. I believe we created the this skill here for the enemy, and the HP for the player. You see, it can take damage. Okay, and then it stops. Okay. So now let's create an ability for the player. But for that I need a couple of things. I couldn't find uh, the I couldn't find some effects for this, so we'll use swords instead. Basically, I want some swords to rotate around the player and damage the enemy. Uh, I think this is the one, but it will take a while to download. Okay, while this downloads, let's think how to do this. For the player, I will create an empty object as a children, and this will hold the effects. So we'll call this effects holder. This will just hold all the effects. Uh, so let's create one. Um, this will be rotating swords. Make sure that it is in the center of the player, not at least on X and Z. The Y doesn't matter that much. The Y doesn't matter. But wait 1 second, because we need those swords from the Unity asset store. I did not know it's that big. So while that downloads, let's create a script for this because we want this to rotate. So we'll add the shorts to these objects, and this will rotate. So let's go to scripts, and I'd like to divide these into multiple folders. So we have a buses, and player. Let's see where's the player script, the wizard and the player script. We move those to our player folder, and the boss damage with the boss and the mannequin. This one is the one. I have two scripts here. I'm not sure where. Oh, we have okay. So inside the boss folder, I'll make for each boss a separate folder. So now let's drag everything boss related here, and then the mannequin stuff in that folder. Like that. Same for the player. Let's create one for the actually never mind. All these effects. And here let's create a script for our first skill. Call it rotating swords, like the object, and let's import those swords. In the future, we'll replace those with some other effect that's more fitting. And I think we can add some trails to this. I think we have some trails for the swords. So when they rotate, they will leave a trail behind. Now let's see if why do I have this here? Okay. Let's see where that is now. Those sorts. Um, 1 second, I cannot find those. So free low poly source by who? Who is this link? Yes, here. Yeah. Uh, so let's use sort for this. Axis ones. Where's the sort here? I don't see. Axis, bows, maces, shields, free swords. Okay. And we have our first issue. The materials need to be converted. But let's see if it works first, because it may not work actually. Ah, it works, okay. Okay. And it is still pink. I'm not sure what the issue is. Let's see. Let's place that in the scene. It is still pink for some reason. Okay, it's working. We'll use this. Actually, not this one. Let's use the gold one. Yes. Okay, well, now we have that. We need to add a collider on this first. Let's rename it to rotating sort. This is a prefab, so first we need to unpack it, so it's no longer a prefab here in the hierarchy. Now we have to add a collider. We won't use a mesh collider. We use a box collider because it is less expensive. Let's see how that looks. It's okay, good enough. We don't want physics, so we'll disable the. We'll say it is trigger, so it will not have physics. Now we have to rotate it on the Y, I think 90 degrees. Sorry, on the X 90 degrees, like that. Let's see. And now is the question: how do we? Let's add it to our rotating sorted here. Reset that position first. Yes, I see. Okay. Before we continue, we want to create some spots for this source to stay in. So we'll call this sort holder. Now I have to reposition a little bit. Let's say, I don't know. Actually, we have to test that. Like one. And also let's raise that a little bit on the y-axis. Oh, not the rotation, sorry, the position. Something like that. So one here. That's almost okay. Let's increase that a little bit. 0.2. Okay. We need two more holders now. But for this, we'll put this on minus 0.6 here and minus 0.6 there, like that. And now I have to rotate it so that it looks toward that direction. On the Y, yes, on the Y, 180, I think. minus 45 plus 45. Okay, so something like that. But this should be like this one, 1.2, but on both axes here, x and z. No, that no, it's too now it's too far away. I'm not sure how to do this. Uh, 2.6. Okay, and the other one the same, but with the plus on the x. Okay, and then the rotation, that's the tricky part. 180 minus 45 like that. But it's still not doesn't look okay to me. Uh, oh, yes, I'm not sure how to calculate this distance, unfortunately. But for now, we can just eyeball it, I guess. Uh, let's see how to do that. Also, the angle is not correct, I think. Also, let's see. 180. Nope. 180 plus minus 45 or even 90. No, that's not okay. Do it like this, I think. Not ideal, but okay, we'll leave it like this for now. Uh, and let's open boss that boss script here, because now we created the ability for the player to get hit, but we want to do the same for the boss now. So we just have these two here. I'd like to see the mannequin script as well. So resources scripts, mannequin, this one. We at the moment do not have that ability to uh, okay. Well, first thing we have this UI here, the boss UI. Okay, so we want the game manager here somewhere. Let's do it in the boss with you. So we want to have a private game manager, game manager. We want to get the game manager script here, so we can access that UI for the boss slider and text. We need the start function to use the game object find function. So game manager equal game object find game, and then get the script, the get component. Let's see if that is the name. Yes. Okay. Now that we have that, we can modify the UI. But we need a public void get hit function with int damage, and we can copy it from our player script. But open it from the editor, because if you change the position of the script to another folder, the Visual Studio will not find it. We have to reopen it. So here we have that get hit function. We just copy it exactly to our boss script. But instead of this UI, we'll use the other UI. Also, let's say here public void start fight. Okay. And here we want a couple of things. One is set the name of boss. So we use the game manager boss, not HP text. Wait, we do not have that. What is this here? Not sure. Let me see. I think I made a mistake here. This should be just yes. Not HP, just boss name text, I think. So here that the boss name text is equal to the name of this object. So game object name. Oh, not text. Okay. Then we want to set the minimum value and the maximum value of that slider. And also here we set in the start function current HP is maximum HP. First, let's make sure we do that first. So set min and max value of the HP slider. So we have that slider in the game manager. It's called boss HP slider. Minimum is equal to 0. But let's make sure that is an integer only slider. It has that here somewhere. Yes, you see whole numbers. We use whole numbers. And we want to change this minimum and maximum value. So the minimum value obviously is 0 HP, and the maximum value will be the max HP. So we copy this line here. Max value is max HP. And in here, when we get hit, we use this slider as well. So the slider value, and this time it will just be the current HP. So just the current HP like that. And on that we want to disable that UI. So disable boss UI, which we need that parent object here. So public game object boss UI. So now we can close it. After we finish the fight, we can close it here. So game manager boss UI set active false. So we disable that object in the hierarchy. That should be enough. But now we need the player damage. We need a player damage script for those sorts. So here in effects, let's create one. We call it player damage. Let's open that. Also, I'd like to add some trails. We tag those a little bit like that. Okay. So first, let's see if we can add some trails to this. Shapes here. Particles, trails. Okay, we have trails. Let's test this one. How does that do? Oh, that's nice. Okay. Let's see. Let's see all of them. This one is not working. Okay. What is it? Yeah, that one is not working. Oh, okay, let's try this one. I like this one. How do we do this? Let's see. Just set it like this. Okay. Copy paste that, but let's place that actually on zero like that. Copy that and paste it on all the sorts. Okay. And those sorts will have the damage player damage script. Player damage, and this will be very similar to the boss damage. We just want a value and on trigger and function. Where is that boss damage? It is. Okay. So let's copy that. But it will be a little bit different. We don't want to save that script of the boss. So in here we want instead of player we want a boss tag, and here we create a boss script variable, and we get it from our collision. Okay, now after we collided with the boss, we have the boss script here. Let's delete that, and here we just say that gets hit damage like that, and it should work. And let's go to the rotating sword script. Okay, see if we have that. Rotate sort, yes. This, uh, and also maybe we want those sorts to rotate on the y-axis as well. So let's see. First, we want those holders. But now that I'm looking at this, we might need a rotating sword script, because we don't only want to hit the enemy. We also, when we hit the enemy, we want this sword to disappear. So we'll have to create a script for that as well. Okay. Uh, so for the holder of everything, we need a couple of things. One is we need the uh, transforms of the holders. An array here. It's an array. Holders. Um, okay. Actually, never mind. We have to create a script for that as well. Okay. Because we want to know if that sword holder has a sword or not. So let's do another script. Call it sword holder. So we want these swords to rotate around the player, and when they hit something, they deal the damage and they disappear. And then there is a cooldown, and those spawn again. Um, so let's see, how do we do that? Let's add a sword holder to all of these actually. Sword holder. Okay. By default, we have a bool as sword, and that bool will be by default true. And in the update function, and let's specify this is private, and then we have a private float counter spawn counter, and a public float spawn counter limit. This counter is 0 by default. In the update, only if as sort is false, then we count time. So count time in this, and then if we reach that spawn counter limit, so spawn counter is bigger than spawn counter limit, we spawn a sort, a new sort here. So we need the sort prefab prefab. And let's see now how do we do this. So first thing we say, now that we spawn the sort, so we say but let's save the transform. sort transform. So we spawn it first. Wait. Yes, we spawn it first. So the sort prefab, we want to spawn it at this as a children of this holder. Um, transform, and then we get the transform. Okay, so what this does here, we spawn the sort as child of this object, and we get the transform of the sort. Okay, now we have to place it. If I'm correct, let's see. This is on 0, 0, 0 position relative to the holder. Okay. Is it? No, it is not. This one is, but these are not. Yes, and I'm not sure why. This should be 0 here. This the sort. Okay, sorry, I made a little mistake here. Yes, we just wanted the holder to represent the position of the sort. So now we spawn it. Let's make sure position is vector 30. So we take that local position, meaning the position relative to the parent is vector 30. And now we have to rotate it so that it looks away from the player. And, to that, so rotate the sort. So, so we have that function, okay, called look at, and we want the transform position, and then plus let me think 1 second. Yes, we want to look at from this position, then we add the difference between this holder in world space and the player, I think. And to do that, we need the player here. We need to know where's the player. So let's create a private transform player transform, and then we get this here in the start function, and let's see which one it is. So we have this sort. This is the sort holder. Okay. So we have one parent, 2, 3. So parent, parent, parent. So you want transform parent, parent, parent. 3 parents. Okay. Get to the player transform. So here we just say add the player transform position. But actually, let's create. We want to make sure that the y is the same. Yes. So let's say vector 3 player position is that from the transform like that. And then let's change the Y to this Y of this holder. So transform position Y, so that when we look at that position, it will not look towards the ground or towards the sky. We want it to uh, uh, have the same. When we create that difference between the player and the holder, we want to make sure that they have the same Y. Okay, now that we have that, we can say here player position minus this holder. So position, and this should work now. We have to test, but also let's go here to our rotating sort script. Let's say public float rotation speed, then an update, say transform rotate 1 vector 3 up times rotation speed times time delta time. We just want to rotate those sorts around the player here. Okay, this is the sorts holder, and now for the for these sorts here, we have to add the rotating sort script. Rotating sort, not sorts. So this is for the individual sorts, and we want to copy the player damage from here. But okay. Oh, and also here, once we spawn this, let's make that head sort equal true and reset the counter. So spawn counter is 0 now. And for this here, we want to, once the swords collide with the boss here, let's set that head sword to false here. But we need that sword holder. So let's say private sword holder script for the holder. And then in the start, we want to get that from the parent. So this will be equal transform parent get component sword holder. Okay, and here when we deal the damage, let's change sword. Let's say sword. That sword now it doesn't have a sword, but you see we have an issue because this is private. We need to make it public now, so we can access it from here. So now it's false. Does not have a sword, and now when we do that, it will start counting to spawn the sword for that holder. But now we need to create a prefab with the sword in the prefab folder. Let's make a folder for effects. Okay, get that sword here. It does have the player damage script, which we don't want that actually. Let's remove the player damage. Okay, now we can save it now, but it does not have a damage property. From what I can see, we would have an error here in rotating. I forgot to put this here. Spelling error. So now we can save that sort in the effects here. Okay. Oh, and I also would like this to rotate. So let me show you what I mean. Public rotation float rotation float rotation speed, and now we can go in the update, public void update, and in here we can say transform rotate vector 3 up uh, times rotation speed times time delta time. So the individual swords rotate on the y-axis as well now. Okay, let's save that. We save that. And now we have to go to our holders and place that sword there. So for each holder needs to have the prefab here. And let's say the spawn is like 4 seconds, something like that. And now we have to set a rotation speed for this. And that we'll have to experiment with that. Let's add some damage here, and rotation speed we have to experiment. Also for the whole effect here with the rotation speed. Okay. I guess it's time to test now, but before that, make sure that our boss here has the boss tag. Boss. Okay. So this one is a boss. No. And it's time to test. So let me close the UI. We don't care about the UI for now. Oh, I forgot. I have to give this boss a value, otherwise. Or actually, I don't know. Okay, but now you see we have an issue here. We have a couple of issues actually. Okay, one is that this swords rotate, and also what is this? Yes, there are a couple of issues here. First one, we do not have some components here. We need this boss UI and the text here. And then this trail here is too big. Let's change that to something smaller. Okay. And also the rotation is not good. Let's set that to 100, and for the individual swords something bigger. And then another issue is that this rotates with the player. We don't want that. Yes, we do not want that. Okay. Well, let's see the position of it. Oh, it is 0, 0, 0. Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, in that case, if it is 0, 0, we can do something. We can just take it outside of the player like that. And let's create an empty object here in the scene that will hold the effects that we need outside the transform of the player. Or actually, it might not even, just to keep it organized. Let's say here player effects. Set that transform so it's in the center. Then add that rotating sword there. Okay. We need to find the yes, the player first, the script. So this will also every frame teleport to the player. Okay, so to do that, we first need to know the transform of the player. So transform player transform. And since we have multiple characters, and that character will not be in the scene when the game starts, we spawn it from a script. We have to find the transform of the player by script. Okay. So to do that, in the start function we use the game object find with tag, and this should be fast because we only have one object with the player tag. So that's the object, but then we have to say that transform. We want just the transform, so we know the position. And then in the update function, place this effect on the player. So transform, transform, position is equal player transform at that position. Hopefully this works. Let's see. Okay. Make sure we don't have errors. Okay, that's interesting. Seems to work. Yes, it does work actually. But we do not know if this deals damage, so let's pause 1 second and let me see. Oh, we have a first issue here. Okay, let's see. This is on the sword holder. But the question is, how did this? What line of this is it 36? How did it enter this? Wait, let me say not. Why did it enter this this if? Because this is true by default. Okay, let's restart the scene. So we deal damage, but I think we deal damage actually, I'm not sure. Where is that? Oh, I see. I'm stupid. Sorry about that. So we have an issue here on the rotating sword script. When we collide with the boss here at the end, we want to destroy this object, game object. So we destroy the sword at that point. Hopefully, and I think we might have an error with not error but bug with the way the sword is facing. Let's see if I calculated that correctly. Let's see. Okay, so now this disappears, as you can see. Yes, the respawn works very well. But you see, these some of those trails are the incorrect size. But I don't know. I'm not sure why. Yes, I'm not sure exactly why this is like this. Oh, I think it's on that sword actually. Where is that sword? Prefabs, effects, this one. Let's open it. Yes, you see this one is here. So the prefab has the incorrect size for the trail. Now it's the correct size. And maybe we want to increase that speed a little bit, I'm not sure. But it is working now. Let's make sure the enemy gets damaged. The one in the boss script here. But first let's give it some HP, because right now it's 0. let's give it 100. Uh, and, uh, let's see. Let's pause 1 second. See, does he get damage? Yes, it does, and it gets damaged correctly. You see, it was 100, got hit 3 times, so that's 15. So 100 minus 15, it's 85, so it's working. And let's see. Yes. Okay, so now we have this skill here. But maybe when we collide, we want to have some effect for that. Also, when these sorts spawn, let's have some effect for that as well. Let's see, models, textures, prefabs, magic circles, AoE effects, splash, sparks, hits, and explosions, character hours. Let's see. This one is too slow. Let's see. This one is okay. Yes, we'll use this one. Let me back this. We don't want this to look just one time. We want it to happen. Let's move it to the resources, prefabs, and visual effects here. And to our actually yes, to the short here. Let's say public game object spawn effect prefab. So now at the start we spawn that the short location. So instant 28 that spawn effect, but this transform position. And then no rotation, so pattern, and that's should be enough. So let's comment this spawn visual effect, and now we just have to add that in our scene and on the prefab as well. So to recap, we had to take that effect outside of the player because we don't want it to rotate with the player. So instead we took it outside of the player and now we change the position of it to the player each frame instead of making it a child. So now let's go to the each sort here and add that visual effect, and then we go to the sort prefab, which also why does this not have a rotation in the damage value? Then add that effect, and now we should see when we and also another issue, this effect here should get destroyed after some time. So let's add destroy after time here, say 3 seconds, something like that. So now this will get destroyed after it finishes. Okay. Oh yes, we made a mistake. A couple of mistakes actually. So let's see what is the first one. So the first issue is we do not get this correctly. Um, that's the first issue. Another issue, that that effect here is looping for some reason. So let's select those again and place that here one more time to be sure. Oh, I think it's because of this error actually. Okay, let's check that one more time. So this is the sort holder here. We say parent, so we go to this one. We say parent one more time. Oh, I see. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now that it is outside of the player, we need to get this line here. So we have to find it by script, the player transform. Player trans. I called that incorrectly. Transform. Make sure it's correctly written. So we had an error because we were looking for parents, but we moved it outside of the player, so now we have to get it with the game object finds function. Test that one more time. It is still looping. Okay, but you see those are not uh, where is those like this? I'm not sure. Let's see. Something here is incorrect. Oh, I see. I'm stupid. Sorry. So there is an issue with the rotation. So let's see why. Transform position means the transform of this sword holder. We have the player position with the Y from the sword holder, and we make the difference here. Um, Local position 0, that's okay. So I'm not sure what the issue is here. Make sure we don't have errors first. Also, that effect is uh, is looping. Let's see. Um, oh, let's see that. Let's zoom in. Oh, of course, yes. This loop as well. So we have to say, uh, make sure those do not loop. But we have an error when the sort spawn with the rotation. Which I'm not sure is a good thing. I guess that could work as well. Hmm. Let's pause 1 second, see how that looks. On the Y, it's rotating, which is good. Okay. Player position. So we find the player. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure why that happens. Let's look at the sort here. I don't see any rotation here except this one, which is that is okay. So there's an issue with this here. When we try to make it look towards the correct, we set the rotation by using the look at function here. There's something here. Let's see what was the mistake. So we get a player transform by script. We create a vector tree with the player position, and then we say that the y of the player is equal to the y of this holder, which is okay. The y of this, wait. What's the y of this actually? 0. Uh, the y. It is actually 1. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is, but we could modify it a little bit. So instead of these sorts being like this, we can just take it easy and set this to 0 like that. I guess that's playable as well. But if we do that, let's increase the uh, distance between the sword and the player. So something something like that. Something like that. Let's test that. What happened with the trail? Wait. Why is that? Where is that? Um, what's happening with this one? Okay, because I do not see a trail effect on this one. What's happening here? It loops, okay. So what's the issue? I'm not sure. Let me drag that around a little bit. Yeah. So the trail effect is not working on this one. On this one it is working. Oh, what's that? Yes, why is that at the wrong position? It's because I moved it? Yes, it is because oh, wait. I'm not sure. Let me try again. Okay, so now it is working for that, but what's happening with the other ones? Okay, that's the position. Hmm. Yes, why is that not in the correct position here? Okay, that was an issue. If let's go to the sword prefab and make sure that here this trail effect is on 0. Yes, it is. It wasn't on position 0 relative to the sword. So now we should see this. Yes, it works now. Okay. Yep, it's working. What? Oh, yeah, it's working. It's working. So now we have this effect, and I think we stop for today. If you have questions or suggestions or anything you want to tell me, please do it now. If you want me to explain something, please let me know. Okay, so I guess there are no questions. Thank you for being here again. And we'll continue this tomorrow. Okay.